Hello Internet, today we are going to do some Battle Spot. It's been a little while, we've been doing some different stuff with the Gorgeist team on Showdown, so I hope you've all been enjoying that. Let's see who we get paired with on here. This team honestly is quite hard to use now. Not that the team has changed much, but people are so much more prepared for it now. Like obviously it's been on Wolf's channel, it's been on Aaron Cybertron's channel. It's a very well-known team now, let's just say, and my channel as well, obviously. So it is tougher to use, and it's like this team is always on a knife edge. Like there'll be plenty of turns where if you make the right play you win, if you make the wrong play you lose, and there's no leeway, and that is one of the biggest problems for this team. This guy though, he's got a Trick Room team with potential gravity. Yeah, maybe gravity from the Bronzong or the Landorus. You have to expect the Bronzong might lead Bronzong and Yveltal, or Bronzong and Groudon. Maybe even Bronzong and Mawile. So we're going to go with Gengar. But Gengar and someone else. Who shall that Pokemon be? Sableye and Gengar, I think. With Whimsicott and Groudon in the back. It seems like we don't use Gengar that much anymore. I'm a little bit worried about the Yveltal. I just think that he might lead with Mawile and Bronzong. I think it's definitely leading with Bronzong. I don't think it would be a very nice lead for Kieran. I was tempted to lead with Kieran, but we'll see what he's got here. I think that's a Bronzong and a Gengar. Okay. So Gengar don't normally tend to carry a ghost move anymore. So we're just going to try and taunt this Bronzong and Mega Evolve and try and hex his Gengar and see how this plays out for us. Obviously Mental Herb is a possibility on his Bronzong. They are normally either Mental Herb or Lumberry. It's just which way we go about it. If I try and put it to sleep, then it's bound to have a Lumberry. If I try and taunt it, it's bound to have a Mental Herb, isn't it? But we're going this route because it means I can sort of cover his Gengar as well with the Hex, which okay, so something's getting taunted at least. Maybe he's protecting his Gengar. That's Yveltal coming in. Okay. I'm sort of expecting his Gengar to protect here then. This seems like quite a defensive move from him. Oh, it's a Mega Gengar as well. Okay, no protects. This is going to be a speed tie then, potentially. We'll see if it's a bulky Gengar or not here then. Ooh. And disable on my Hex. Okay, interesting. This Gengar has got some bulk into it then, because Hex does knock out Mega Gengar, I think, without any bulk. I think. Not 100% on that, but I think. So we're going to go for a Gravity and a Hypnosis, I guess, onto the Yveltal. I feel like I'm forced into doing this. But he's protecting his Gengar. Okay, so I don't mind that. Okay, so we haven't got a Lumberry Yveltal. I have seen Lumberry Yveltal before. I was just holding my breath a little bit there. Potentially he could wake up this turn. He might wake up and go for a Sucker Punch on my Gengar. That is a threat. The odds are in my favour, I suppose, to be able to get my attack off, though. I don't know. Maybe this is the turn that I want to switch my Sableye to Whimsicott, and I think we will Sludge Bomb his Gengar. This will knock out his Gengar. It might not be a speed tie. Not all Mega Gengar run max speed. Some of them are just fast enough to, you know, outspeed Weavile or something like that. So there's no attempt to Sucker Punch here, and we do outspeed again. And the Yveltal just stay asleep. Okay, so it's a 50-50 next turn if he wakes up or not. Oh yes, the Yveltal came in on the taunt, didn't it? Bronzong, Bronzong, that is a Bronzong. Apologies if my phone made funny sounds there on the recording. Like, it is tempting to Grass Whistle and Hypnosis his Bronzong here, I have to say, but I think I do need to try and take care of this Yveltal, because I've got Groudon in the back. His last Pokemon, was it Kyogre? I can't really remember. But we're running out of time, aren't we? So we need to make some moves. I might regret this, but I'm going to double target his Yveltal. Again, no attempt to Sucker Punch. I mean, not all of them do have Sucker Punch, but this, I think, should knock it out. Ooh, it does. Yeah, it went down slowly. But he's probably getting a Trick Room off here. Oh no, he's getting a Safeguard. So, interesting. It does mean if he's got a Mental Herb, then he's free to Trick Room, and that is not good. Although, I suppose if he's got a Mental Herb, like, I can Encore him into this Safeguard here. Okay, so I burn the Mental Herb. If he gets the Trick Room off, then I can Encore him into Trick Room as well. Unless he's got Protect on his Bronzong. And I've got both my Pokemon in the back. I've got Groudon and Sableye. I've got Quash as well, so maybe I shouldn't be too threatened here. So I think we'll go for the Encore onto the Bronzong. Maybe if he double targets my Whimsicott here. I suppose if he double targets the Whimsicott, then he's not getting his Trick Room up, and that is really good. So we will try and Encore, and I can't get any Sludge Bomb poisons. Do I want to try and Hex to put it in Precipice Blade's range, or try and get some damage on the Kyogre? I think I'm just gonna... Oh, Hex is disabled, isn't it? So, okay, so I'm forced into this, just Sludge Bombing the Kyogre then, because I don't want to switch anything in here. Even though Groudon seems like quite a safe switch. Okay, no Mental Herb, that's good. I don't want it to come in on an Ice Beam, which he is going for. And, okay, so he targeted the Whimsicott there. And yeah, he's trapped into Safeguard now, so yeah. I don't mind that play at all. I think this is a game that we've won now. I don't have to make any fancy moves. We can just attack him, and he'll probably forfeit, to be honest. In which case, we've saved some time, but yeah, like, I suppose he sort of had to assume I had Groudon in the back. Even so, the game was over at that point. So yeah, interesting game, but we'll look for another one, as this is Battle Spot, and hopefully you enjoy watching these battles on Battle Spot. And hopefully we'll get someone rated a little bit higher. That guy was, like, I don't know, mid 1,600 or something from Japan, so I'm sure he knew what he was doing, but it'd be nice to play someone rated a little higher. See what we get. Where is this next opponent going to be from? It always seems to be Japan. Maybe it's the time of day, or maybe no one else in the world really plays on BattleSpot anymore. I don't know, but we'll see. Oh, let's change the music. Let's do 22. Why not? 22 is a different number to 19 or whatever we had last time. And we get another Japanese player, and this guy is pretty much at 1,800. So, you know, hopefully this will be a little bit more interesting. I am definitely intrigued here. Greninja is potentially a problem for this team. Like, maybe a Lipid Greninja team could be nasty, I have to say. Like, Greninja is so versatile. It should have Ice Beam for my Salamence. It will have low kick for the Kyurem as well. Probably Sludge, that poison one. Gunk Shot for the Whimsicott. I suppose he can like Ice Beam that as well though. Interesting. So double primal and another Bronzong. Like this Bronzong fad is, you know, coming back with real momentum, I suppose. Lots of Bronzongs lately. The Lipid could maybe be an issue. Sableye. And yeah, that Greninja is going to be nasty as well. I'm a little bit scared of the Greninja, I have to say. We're going to go Sableye, Gengar, I think, again. And just the same as last battle. Yeah. Okay, so he's taking his time. Maybe he's thinking about his moves. Maybe he's just having a cup of tea or something. Maybe he's timing out. If he timed out, then we just, like, what, both primals? They were the top two, were they? Ominous black screen of doom there. But no, this isn't dual primals. This is Lipid and Bronzong. Okay. So he can't use Fake Out on either of my Pokemon. He can Taunt. He can Swagger as well. Couldn't with Thunder Wave, but I don't think he will with a Bronzong next to him. I could Taunt the Lipid. I could Taunt the Bronzong, but I think the Bronzong is bound to have... I don't know, there's just something about this that makes me think the Bronzong has got the Mental Herb here. I might be wrong though. I'm going to Taunt the Lipid and Protect. Sableye should be safe here. Okay, so no switches. So both of his Pokemon are trapped in here. He might be going for a foul play Gyro Ball onto my Gengar. Yeah, my Sableye moved first, so he's not using any priority. Just a knockoff, okay. And Gyro Ball into the Gengar. Well, I wasn't expecting a knockoff on Lipid, but it's an interesting choice. Like, you'd have never thought Lipid would have had knockoff in past generations, but I suppose it does help a little bit against Xerneas here as well, so I can see that working. Yeah, I quite like that. It doesn't have the best attack stat there, really, does it? So we're gonna... what are we gonna do? He's trapped in. And he's taunted. I should be able to survive a Gyro Ball, so I'm actually gonna go for a Feint and a Sludge Bomb onto his Lipid. I hope this knocks it out. Because a Gyro Ball shouldn't knock out my Gengar. And that is a knockout, yeah, good. And yeah, just goes for a Gyro Ball. So, the fact that he hasn't... Ooh, that is close. The fact that he hasn't gone for a Trick Room here makes me think maybe he's anticipating my taunt. And my taunt would be successful, so he doesn't have a Mental Herb. That's my thinking. Just on how he's played these last two turns. So he had Bronzong, the Lipid's gone. I suppose the most threatening things he would have now is both of his primal Pokemon. So it wouldn't surprise me if he brought in his Groudon here. Not the Kyogre, because I've got Groudon on my team. But, yeah, so it is Groudon, so, you know. Now, it is important for me to get Gravity here, but I sort of want to taunt the Bronzong as well. But I think I've got to go for a Gravity. Maybe like Gravity Hypnosis onto the Groudon is sort of obvious, so we could protect that, but I'm a little bit worried about the potential Lumberry on the Bronzong and then just getting a Trick Room off as well. So we're going to go for a Gravity, and oh, I don't know, like, I kick myself whenever I make a really safe play in it, and it doesn't work out for me. But we'll do it. I'm sure it's going to protect. If he does protect the Groudon here, I would much rather he Gyro Ball my Gengar to knock it out, I think. Yeah, so there's the protect. And so we don't know. I mean, it could have been a Lumberry, but even so, it would have been nice to maybe Taunt or Hex the Bronzong as well. And it is Trick Room, yeah, so that was worst case scenario. That was not good. And Quash won't stop my Gengar getting knocked out here, which is not good. I suppose we'll Taunt the thing, and I think I've just got to sacrifice both of these Pokemon, unfortunately. Yeah, no Mental Herb, so maybe it is Lumberry. But and an Eruption, okay, so I do have to worry about an Earth Power on my Groudon as well. My Groudon can survive a Precipice Blades, won't survive an Earth Power. Not from a, you know, max special attack Groudon. So maybe I've got to hope for some Sleep Rolls here. This is tricky. At least it's taunted, so he can't Safeguard like that last Bronzong did. Yeah, I'm going to have to hope for a Sleep Roll here. Yeah. And I've got to Swords Dance as well, because he will have Kyogre in the back. So, we'll Swords Dance and Grass Whistle. We've kind of got to Grass Whistle the Groudon here. The Groudon might protect, it might go for a Gyro Ball onto Whimsicott. That wouldn't surprise me. But, I don't know, the game, it's not over. I mean, we've still got lots of leeway in this game. And by lots of leeway, I mean, like maybe a 67% chance of winning the game. I think it might just come down to if he wakes up first turn or not. And I suppose if my +2 Precipice Blades knocks out his Kyogre, which I am assuming is in the back. We don't know if it is Kyogre or not. So that is a protect. Okay. And the Gyro Ball on the Whimsicott. So how many turns of Trick Room have we used? I might need to stall it out here. So he used Trick Room. And then he knocked out my Pokemon. Then we've had this turn. So we've got next turn and the turn after. So I'm going to Precipice Blades and I've got to just Grass Whistle the Groudon here. Because hopefully both of his Pokemon, like I'm going to be losing my Whimsicott here, but hopefully both of his Pokemon will go down as well, because I am at +2, and both of them should go down. So then we're going to have one turn of Trick Room left, and just my Groudon versus his Kyogre. It'll be 1-on-1. I just protect out of the last turn of Trick Room, and then I just need to hope I hit my Precipice Blades, because single target at +2 will definitely knock it out. So we'll see how this plays out, but that's how I think it'll play out. You know, just my mind's projection there. Yeah, so now we should be losing both of the Pokemon. Yeah, he couldn't wake up because he was put to sleep this turn, so that was safe-ish, I suppose. Yeah, good. Both of them do go down. I needed both of them to go down there. I mean, I am at +2, so, you know, unless he has, like, a Shuckerberry Bronzong, then, yeah, it was going down. And it's, I think, if I've counted my Trick Room turns right, and unless he doesn't have, like, Substitute on his Kyogre, there should be an 85% chance of winning the game. presuming, like, surely his Kyogre isn't timid either, so let's just protect. And hope he doesn't have Substitute. And the Trick Room ends, yeah. And the Gravity ends as well. So this is the 85% chance coming into it. 85% chance, it's in the hands of the RNG mystical powers. Shall we hit? Or shall we miss? Time to find out. The joys of Pokemon. The joys of Precipice Blades. So whatever happens here, I'm quite happy with how the game played out because 85% chance I've won the game. You know, it's as simple as that. And we hit, and this should knock it out. It is single target. Yeah, just whew, I was I was fully expecting to miss that there. It would not have surprised me. So you know, thankfully we got a couple of games. Yeah, they were alright games. I hope you've enjoyed them. And though we are using Gravity again, I really do need to get my hands on some different Pokemon in game. So I don't know how I'm going to go about it because I think first I need to sort of twiddle around with maybe the Gorgeist team. Maybe I'll swap a few things around. And just get it to a point that I'm happy with, and then sort of try and source it in game. So I'll do it that way around first. So I hope you've enjoyed this at least. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've you know, got something from it. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, share, send it to all of your friends if you think they will enjoy it as well. But goodbye for now. Thanks for watching.